welcome back. Brian Keeler here again. I'm resuming this Alla Prima painting that I started a few days ago at Sheldrake Point, New York, and I'm doing the completion here in the studio. And the initial inspiration happened out there, but now I'm making some changes, and one was to the sky. The sky was just not working out, so I ended up wiping off the whole thing and taking it down to a thin layer, and it's made it softer. I kind of like it, but the main thing I did was reorganize the distribution of shapes. And this is sort of one key actor in the sky where this gold and this foreground cloud comes together. So that's one of the things that I'm working on here right now. You can come on in closer and I'll show you this mauve color that I'm mixing up. I'll get my brush thing out of there. And I'm mixing up a little bit of alizarin crimson. That was too much there for it. And so this is one of my favorite ways to get gray, is to mix it with a little bit of green. Over here I'm using phthalo green to get kind of a low chroma mauve with white. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for here. And I test it on canvas to see if it's the right value and color. And what I'm doing here right now is lightening the value at the horizon, because that's what often happens. And so come on in close so you can see. So what I'm doing here is making several layers of clouds here. They oftentimes get lighter at the horizon as they go down into towards the horizon. So that's what I'm doing here now, is lightening these values at the toward the horizon. These clouds are an exercise in design, and they're definitely inspired by what I saw. This is the way the clouds have been looking the past few days, with the light coming from the left. And that was the initial attraction for this painting, was the light and the topography of light as it flows over the grass and fields and road here. Okay, I'm going to switch to the trees here. Come over here and I'll show you this green. I've been using this palette for a while, so it's a little got a lot of paint on it, but I can still see what I'm doing. I'm mixing up a warm green, a little bit of yellow, and in here to do these trees here. That's just about perfect for what I want. And so I'm keeping the light direction in mind, the light coming from the left, as I kind of carve out these trees and make them rounded and sculptural and soft. So I'm keeping all the edges soft here as I kind of work my way across here, but building up the form of the trees, kind of carving them out. But the light is the main actor here. You think of it as these paintings as little dramas, and that's what I'm initially attracted to, oftentimes, is the quality of light. Okay, I've got the house nicely suggested there, and the road. Maybe I'll just do a couple more things on the road here, and then I'll finish up. And I'll use that same kind of mauve-y color here for the road. That's just about what I need to accentuate the slant of the road. Roads are often kind of raised in the middle, and that's what I'm doing here now. So we have the light kind of hitting from the left. I'm using a big brush here. It's a number 4 filbert. And keeping perspective in mind, these are orthogonal lines leading to a vanishing point somewhere at about there. That would be where my eye level is. And maybe just one more over here. Okay, I think that'll do it. So This is how I finish up these plein air paintings here in the studio, and they start off with initial inspiration out in the field, and then they finish up here. So great, thanks so much for your attention.